Hello guys, welcome back to another episode of Ostriv. Now, this is now the third time I've gone to record. I am really having a lot of issues. I get about 20 minutes, half an hour into the game. Normally I'd actually record about 40 minutes to try and give you about a 30-minute episode. But it's a case of we have had crashes each time, and it's now on to the third time, so I'm hoping that this time we will be a little bit more successful. So let me just get this going, and I'm also going to keep an eye on the workers actually there, because actually I'm going to put workers in. I'm hoping that they won't request people while it's in winter. So they'll go off and do other jobs, but on my last recording I totally forgot to actually put anybody in here. So we've got to try and get things up and running this year for our cows, so we can actually get a plough. So I'm going to plonk in some our cow shed. Nope, it's in that one there, cow shed. We're going to drop him down here. And I'm going to have the idea of having a field down on this uneven area, because I was watching Noble's videos and he showed he showed how one of the his comments had come back that it was a case of no, it wasn't a comment, it was a let me change that to fallow. There we go. One of the he was trying to build a house, and when he tried to build a house on uneven ground, it just was not happy. So this way you can build. He found that you could build a field on uneven ground, which looked and worked very well. Now we also want to get in here plenty of food, because obviously that's going to be the front entrance to our cattle shed. So let's drop a what's it called, a hay barrack. And we're also going to be putting some hay dryers in. Now, press shift would be always useful. So I'm going to drop these around, just so that I've got plenty of hay being dried as soon as we can. Now, the beauty with these things is they can just be placed down and they will be automatically worked on. We also, let's look at here. We've got 8 wheat, less than 3 potatoes. Okay, so spring is starting. Let's have a look at our 31 families. We've got enough everything, water, food, etc., which is great. Now, I've built additional houses, so I've got 4 new houses, because if we look at our finances, last year we lost 153 monies. This year we are up to 12 currently, 12, 11 monies, etc. But as soon as we get more families in, that they can buy more food and everything else, then we will actually ensure that we are keeping a positive balance on there. So that's kind of what I found quite interesting. Also, I was watching these trees grow. Obviously, this is the second year that these trees have been since they were sown, and they have grown immensely. So I'm expecting that potentially after another 2 years, they'll be the same height as the others, or my guys would have harvested. Oops, that's what I need to do. Get some people in here to harvest now. Hopefully they'll be at a substantial height that's worth harvesting, or they will be the tallest trees in here, because all these will have been already gone. So that's what I'm hoping. I'm going to drop a few right round as well, because one of the things in Banished I really liked was having trees within the immediate vicinity of my town. So I really do like that. I'll actually put some other trees in here as well. Birch. There we go. Drop those in, and some ash. nice. One thing I found quite amusing on my last recording, as I say, this is the third time, was I placed some benches down. Noble dropped them around his town, and they were immediately occupied. And there we go. I thought if I put some outside looking at the river, then maybe I'll get people sitting on them. And it was actually, oh dear me, press shift please. There we go, press shift. And so I thought, right, I'm going to put one outside every house so that anybody can go and sit on these and enjoy the river. That was my idea. And when I was over here, I think I put one in for every single house. And because these houses here had actually been populated, all the benches got filled. And then it was that point I realised that no work was going on because I hadn't actually had a forester working. So I quickly then employed about 4 foresters, and then it crashed on me. So I'm hoping that this time we'll be able to do short. I'll do short stints. I'll actually stop my recording halfway through. And start it again just so that I don't lose everything again. Maybe learn from my mistake for once. Can I believe that? No, I can't. Okay, so everything is operational now. We've had an autosave, so let me just pause that. Alright, so I've just stopped my recording and restarted it again, just so that I don't lose anything, because it's been frustrating. Okay, so I'm going to try and do it from every autosave just until little bugs get sorted out. So, but it's one of those things. Right, one thing I did also think about was having a cart. Oops. Storage over here. Let's drop you there and order a few carts. Because what I was thinking of was that's where all the food is currently stored. If we have this so that it can ensure they can actually workers use carts and labourers buy carts, then as long as there's enough carts around, we will get everything done quickly. So let's just hire a carpenter, and hopefully we'll be able to watch one being completed. Have I got one? 4 more in the queue. 5 people waiting for jobs. No men. That's why. So let me have a look at in here. Let's hire you. Come on. Nope. I don't want a man. I want a woman, because that was highlighted in Noble's videos where he said that one of his comments from his viewers were that if you use women as managers, they're not going to not manage any less effective than a man, but a man can only do certain work in the actual town, which is, it is the 1800s or whenever it was down to. So these days a woman can do whatever she wants. So right, okay, so we've got 2 workers there. Let's speed this up. That's what was the issue. I was thinking, why is things aren't happening as fast as I think they should? Okay, so we've got plenty of women. Oh grief, we've only actually got 1. No, we've got 12 men and 12 women. Open vacants, 1 for a woman. We'll pause that for a second. Alright, that's interesting. It doesn't actually... Grief. I want you to do what I want, which is give me a woman in there. I'll come back to that. Still don't have a bloke down here, which is ridiculous. The house is on its way. And we'll keep an eye on that. How many people we've got working in here? I need 2 people in there. Right, you know what? I'm going to have to cancel that. I need to make sure I've got wood. Got 66. Right, so let's have a look at our sunflowers. So they don't actually grow very tall once they're fully grown. I think they're only going up to the actual middle of this fence, which I think is quite disappointing. Maybe it'll change in later updates, because I quite like sunflowers to be realistic, so they'll be like 6 foot tall. So if a person was standing next to this fence, it should be towering above them. Let's have a look at our hemp. Okay, our wheat and our potatoes. Now, have we got a manager on here? Is that a woman? Not sure. I'm afraid I'm not very good with foreign names to even pronounce, let alone know what the gender is. I do apologise. I'm going off whether they've got a beard and follow. And let's go in. That's the easiest way to. No. Go off. Yes, woman. Perfect. Right, you can stay there. Right, now I've got a manager. We have the additional ability to manage our fields. So we can go onto our farm, or we can go into the field itself and add different years to it. So let's just jump back on here. We want wheat. No, actually, no, we've had wheat already. So we want sunflower, then hemp, then fallow, then back to wheat. So that's a 5-year cycle. I'll do the others off camera, but that's what you can actually do to actually manage the. Oh, hang on. So this family will be on its way for a moment. So let's just keep an eye out for. There we go. Let's get into a nicer position so we can actually see this family arrive, and slow it down a bit would be useful. So here's our family of 3. Very uneven road there. And they join our town. Now obviously in the first episode where I saw someone in a horse and cart, they were actually leaving the town, not arriving at the town, so that was the difference. Okay, so what else have we got going on? So we've got another house over here. How many workers have we got? So we've got no men looking for work. Oh, right. So let's see if I can get a woman back in here. Come on. Give me a woman. I've got a risk of actually, once I do get a woman on here, is to, I'll leave it for a bit, is to actually close it down again and fire her by mistake. So where's our cow shed? There it is. Looking for labourers. We still haven't got that built or started. That's ridiculous. But at least we've actually got our hay dryers being filled, which means we'll have plenty of food once we actually get a cow, because we're going to put our cows in here. So that'll be quite good. What else is going on? So yeah. So actually, that's a good example there of the height of the trees. So can't zoom in any further, but let me just rotate it around. So the height of the first year is there, second year is there. Well, actually, they've grown a bit more. They were down here. That's good. Let me just pause it again. And we're back again. Yeah, so you can see quite clearly how quickly these things will grow. So I'm wondering whether by the end of it, whether it will actually take 4 years for them to fully grow. I don't know. Be interesting to see. Where are we at? We've nearly got another house complete over here. Just waiting for thatch, which we have got sufficient thatch available. That's good. How are we doing on food? Fish, waiting fish. Oh, we're not enough food on sale. That's not good. Right, okay, maybe I can get some more workers in here, see whether when they go off to oh, I can actually order a boat, can I? No, I can't. But maybe once, yeah. Okay, so maybe is that going to work? I don't know. I haven't got more than 3 people in there yet, so I was wondering whether if we had 5 actual labourers working there, whether the one will come in, take the boat, and then immediately somebody else will take the boat straight out. But that looked like that was happening, so I don't know that's going on. House. Not enough food for sale. It's got sufficient water. Okay. Let's reduce that. How many wheat have we got? So we've still got plenty of wheat. I think I'm going to need another windmill. Because that is quite disappointing. That how much food or how slow the wheat is turned into flour. So if we have 2 windmills, at least then we'll be able to double our flour production. Now, we can't do anything with sunflower seeds until we have a, where are you? Oil workshop. So they'll turn sunflower seeds into oil. So where can we put this? I'm just wondering if we drop him this sort of side of the town. Out there, then we can actually still not actually. Do I need to pause that? Pause that. On my cow shed. There we go. Cow shed's getting built. Yeah, because once we've got this oil workshop built, then we can actually produce some oil and we can actually sell it. All right, so that's good. We've got plenty of food there, so we should have had. Yeah, we've got a family that's moved in. Excellent. Right. All right, let's just quickly change this. So after wheat, we want potatoes. After potatoes, we want sunflower. After sunflower, we want hemp. And then we want it fallow. So hemp. Let's just do this. And then at least we don't have to worry about it later on. So after hemp, it's fallow. Actually, it doesn't need to be fallow on this one. So we can chuck wheat in. We can then chuck, we've got sunflower, so we can then put potato. Then we've got 1 hemp. So we've got, and that's had wheat, potato, so that's got to be okay, that don't work. Wheat, hemp, fallow, wheat, potato, sunflower, hemp, fallow, wheat, potato. So that's got potato in each one, we've got sunflower in each one, we've got wheat in each one, and that'll do. So we'll have a year off on each harvest. So hopefully that will be sufficient. So let's have a look at how they're doing these. So the hemp is getting put into rolls. Our sunflower seeds are going into little buckets. That's cool. And how much have we got? So we've got loads of people. All right, so we've only got 4 wheat. Okay, so we'll have to keep an eye on that. I think we're going to need to actually increase our field sizes, and then maybe have some of these smaller fields just kept for the hemp and the sunflowers. Not sure. We'll see as it goes through, because we need more potatoes. I mean, I mean, that field's got plenty there, but yeah, we need to get that sorted. All right, so we're into September. We can't fish during winter, and we've got 13 fish stored, so that's good. That's actually really encouraging, actually, that everything just doesn't go to the actual market stall, which is really good. So they've got a little bit of wheat. Okay, that's fine. So what are we waiting for? Clay. So that must be clay going in. Yes. So now we've got our labourers. So we should see the next stage being complete. Waddle and dab, or dab and waddle. But, waddle, yeah, I think that's what it is. Waddle and dab. As pointed out by one of our viewers. That's nearly complete. So, okay, so the cows will live in here somewhere. Hopefully they won't be eating the grass that's growing through the floor, but we'll see. We've got, how much hay have we got? We've got 5 stored, so that's good. Oh wow, okay, I never spotted that before. Cutting the grass. That's a quite nifty little graphic. So how many do we get on each one of these? We get 4 on each, so, and they do half piles at a time. That's interesting. Okay, so we're up to 44 people. We've got 8 people looking for a job, and they're all women. So, can I try and get a woman manager in here now? No. Right, let's try again. Maybe I can't have a woman manager. Let me know in the comments below if you've been successful to get a woman manager for your trading post. Oh no! Family's out of water. Right, okay, let's pause that. Let's build a well. Now, I did actually build a well on my other game because it said that water was needed, but it never kind of explained why I ran out, as it were. Okay, so is water source saying it's an issue? Water supply is poor, no jobs available. No housing and water. Well, I would like to. There we go, let's open that up. Let's continue that. So that won't be long. Let's just wait for thatch. And you can be continued. Alright, so now you're going to tell me just no housing, which is fine. I can build. And water. We should now be fine with water. Okay, so that's building up depending on demand. So that's why we ran out. So maybe we should put in another well so that houses on will actually, request water from different locations, which gives it time for the well to refill. Yeah, that's what's actually happened. Right, we can now, I believe, limited stock cows is 20. Okay, we can now get some cattle. Excellent. So potato. How many have we got? We got 6. Let's put some sunflower in here because I can't do anything with it at the moment. 3, and let's put some hemp in here as well. So how much have we actually got stored? So we've got 10 hemp, 6. Okay, so that should be fine. Wheat, we've got 3. So if we have 3 of each, that should be fine. Then we've got something there to trade with. How are we doing on our finances? We seem to be losing still. Okay, so not too much this year in comparison, compared to the last year. So maybe that's just because we haven't got enough food being sold. And I don't know whether we need to put in another marketplace. I saw that Noble had put in multiple market stalls in, but I haven't got more than I haven't got enough other things to add in there yet. So when I do, I will be able to deal with that. Okay, so we're doing an autosave, so I'm going to just pause, and once it's finished the save, oops, there we go. Let me just pause this for a moment. Okay, so what's going on? Stalled. Why is that stalled? Can't find nails anywhere. Oh no! Smithy. Let's get some smithy working. And how much iron have we got? We need more iron. So where's that iron on there? We've got 6 iron. That's right, I bought some, didn't I? Yeah. So at least we can get the nails done, so that will stop it being stalled. Excellent. And how quickly do they make nails? Stored iron, 10 nails. Right, okay. We'll leave that running. Oh! That's interesting. I've not noticed that before. The ground changing. It's actually, let me just pause this for a second. It's November. The leaves have dropped from the trees. That's what all this lot is. Oh, that's so nice. Never noticed that before. And obviously the evergreens are always green, but every tree that we've planted has dropped its leaves, other than those. Ah, that's really nice, that is. At least you know the seasons, and I think that's one of the things I really like about this. Is the transition between seasons. It really brings the game to a new dimension. People enjoying the river view. Maybe I need to put a bridge across to here, although I'm not entirely sure what I'd do on here yet. Probably just build more houses. And we've got a individual visiting. Right, so they're demanding. They offer hemp and wheat. I don't need either. They want sunflower or yeah, oil. I've put 3 in there, so let's do 3. Okay. Yeah, let's just do 3. Let's have a look. Sunflower, yeah, 3's gone. And then we'll have another 3 brought in, so that's fine. Or has it gone, or has it just not had people? There we go, it's not had people actually working in there. Oh well. Okay, so alright, so that must be another building complete. So we can now produce oil. So let's put a worker in there. And that will allow us to sell oil then. Because we'll have oil. Perfect. They'll be a lot happier. Do we need to put a worker in there? Yeah, we do. So we've got 7 wheat. Perfect. Excellent. Right, okay, so things are starting to progress well. We haven't got our cattle, which is a bit frustrating. Now, it'd be interesting to see, because we set 5 things in a row. So that's not dropped off one, so that's quite good. So hemp, that we see, these tell us what each resources the field really likes. So it looks like we're going to have a really poor supply of a poor yield on our sunflowers because we've got no nutrients in the ground. We shouldn't be too bad for this one. Yeah, so that's why we need the plough. So as soon as we can get some cattle, we'll be getting cattle. So we've got 10 hay, which is kind of all we need. Now I just wonder, how can we actually resource supply? Okay, Okay, that's fine. Maybe I can send out, go onto the map would be useful. Send out messenger. How much money have we got? Oh, we're getting to the end of the year. And oh, there we go. We actually made a profit last year, which is good. And actually, there's no export sales, which is interesting. That was primarily on the rent and local sales. So now we've actually got. Oh, we got a visitor. Oh, and he's gone. Oh, missed that so quickly. I'm determined to get cows in this episode. Determined. Right. Let's see if I can send out messengers. How much is that going to cost me? Oh, hang on. Just in 15 days. No. Send messenger. Send messenger. Right. Okay, so I've spent a load of money. Yeah. So I will have a loss this year. But hopefully I should then be able to get some cows. Really want cows. We need houses and no jobs. Let me just pause this. Someone was saying about utilising the time. Logs, we got 7 wood. Utilise the time while we're not sowing to actually build. So let's drop in some new houses. So we've got those there. So let's rotate and place. And let's put another one here. And let's rotate it a little bit more like, yeah, that'll do. So we've got 2 houses there that can get on with. We're kind of blocked off that section, we're kind of going that way for our farming. Now we can, let's just choose to remove some of these trees. Is that what I want? That one, there we go. Start moving this lot. We'll put some more houses down here and rotate that down. I'm going to leave that path in the middle actually, because I think that's quite nice. Hold Alt. There we go. So we kind of leave that there, but we do need to rotate it because that's the back of the house. So we want them to be able to get in and out quite quickly. So now we've got there, so we can just start curving again around. And a bit more there. So 5 houses. Let's put another one in. See whether. And another one. Now, because obviously water was such an issue, I'm thinking let's put our own water supply into this sort of area. And I also kind of thinking along the lines of, well, what about another marketplace? So we'll put another market stall in. There we go. And perfect. Right. Once those houses are built and the water's built, then we should be okay to activate that stall. Okay, so we're now getting sunflower oil. Perfect. All right. Livestock currently still, yeah. Got 10 hay. Right. Oh, there we go. Someone's arrived. Dried fish, lime, and salt. Oh, none of them I want at this moment in time. Although I will take some salt. And I will take a decent quantity of it. Because I haven't seen in here something for salt. So we've got our cow shed, sorry, a slaughterhouse, and I think I saw a no, okay. tannery. So where's the salt? No. Okay. I think we will need salt at some point. Granary. I'm going to drop a granary. No, I'm not going to drop one. I'm going to move these eventually, and then we'll have this all housed in our fields further out. And we can then have a granary there, which will then halfway between the farmhouse and the fields, because everything currently stored in the farm, which is fine. But I still cannot have a plough. Right, how are we doing on wood? Let's get these carts delivered. Let's see whether we can actually see him make them. If we actually get a carpenter in there, that is. Got women waiting for work, that's all we've got. Okay, I have a feeling we're not going to get our cattle this year, or this episode. So I think we'll call it a day here for this episode. Thank you very much for watching. If you've liked what you've seen, hit that subscribe. And until next time, that's Murphy out.